guys, we're back again today with yet another video covering the CFMoto Z950 Sport. Today we're going to be doing an oil change. Oil changes are super easy to do. I'm a little bit over 1,100 miles on this machine, and it's just time to do another one. Freaking oil changes on these are actually done really early. I think at 100 miles. I changed mine at 100. I changed it again at 200 just to be safe. Changed it at 500, and I was going to change it at 1,000, but I've just been riding, so I'm getting ready to change it right now. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start it up. I'm going to let it run for a few minutes, let it get kind of warm, just kind of get some of that oil circulating and warm so it's not real thick, help it drain out a little bit easier. To do this, you're going to need an 8mm socket and a ratchet to take the oil filter cover off, and then you'll need a 19mm socket and a ratchet to take out the oil pan bolt. So this will be really similar to the U-Force video that I did. It'll just be a little different because it's on this machine. So I'm going to start it up. I'm going to let it run for a few minutes, and then we'll get going. Okay, now that we've started that up and let it run for a few, let that oil get warm. I do like to wear gloves. This tends to get kind of messy when you deal with the oil filter. This is just a genuine CFMoto oil filter here. And the way this fits in is the cover pulls off. The old oil filter pulls out. This pops right in. The oil filter will do after we drain the oil. I don't really like the design on this, where it's set up, and I'll show you here in a second. It tends to get a little messy down there, so there's a couple ways to kind of circumvent that. But let's crawl up underneath here, get this drain plug out. I've got my catch can already underneath there, so we'll get under there, get this drain plug out, and at least get that part drained and going, and then we'll come out here and work on the oil filter part. So let's get up underneath here. Once you bust it loose, you should just be able to take it out by hand. There is a drain plug washer that sometimes likes to stick onto the bottom of the oil pan. As you can see, here's my drain plug. The washer did not come with it. I do like the little magnetized thing on the bottom to catch the metal shavings. Still really clean. I do try to take good care of this thing. You know, keep up on maintenance and make sure everything's done properly. And we're gonna let this drain out. Move on to the oil filter, and then we'll fill her up. Okay, so now we gotta get our oil filter cover off, which is this guy right here. There's 3 8mm bolts. This top one here holds this little vent tube in. So you're gonna wanna take this top one off, move this out of the way, loosen these two, and then pull this off. I always just like to keep some towels and stuff handy, especially for this. I like to tuck this all right up underneath here, because when you pull that oil cover off and that oil filter out, it is going to be messy. And the hole that is cut in the bottom, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's not even close to being lined up. So it just makes a huge giant mess. So I'm going to go ahead and get these out of the way. Typically, once you crack that initial seal, pretty easy to get off. So like I said, get that top one off. little vent tube out of the way. Start getting these other ones out. It's already starting to leak. See what I'm saying? It's just a big ass mess. Oil filter pulls out. Typically I do replace this oil filter cap O-ring, but my dealer did not have one. This one's not in bad shape. We're just going to clean it up and clean this all up, get the new oil filter in, and get some oil in it. Okay, now that we got everything cleaned up, we are going to put the oil filter in. So I like to take just a little bit of oil. Fresh oil. Not much, just a little bit. Pour in it, get it wet. Get the seal nice and wet. That way when I start it up, it's not just straight up, you know, dry through there. Then you put this in, and it just pops right into place. You put your cap back on. I always start with the bottom one. Sorry, it's kind of awkward. I'm trying to stay out of the way. I start with the bottom ones because don't forget you have that vent tube that's got to connect into this top one. So, and don't forget, make sure you get that vent tube put back up here. All right, so we'll go through and hand tighten these. The ratchet. You don't want to over tighten them, obviously. But you do want them to be snug. Okay, now all that is back together, it's time to put the oil in. Okay, your dipstick is located right here. And this is gonna be where you're gonna fill for your oil. Now, with this one, they give you little funnel and hose contraption. I don't like that. What I actually do is I have a smaller bottle that I fill up and just pour into a different funnel. So I just take this long blue funnel, stick it in here, like so. And then I fill up the smaller bottle, and then we'll just pour it in there. So this particular model takes 2.5 liters, or right at 2 3/4 quarts. The oil that I'm using I got from my dealer. It's a GN4 4-stroke motorcycle oil, 10W40. It's the weight. So we'll get this thing filled up and then start it, let it run, check it, and double check it and triple check it, and then we'll be done. All right, we got everything cleaned up, put back together, filled up, start it. We're gonna let it run for a few minutes, shut it off, pull the dipstick out, clean it, check it, make sure it's where it's supposed to be. Check it a couple times just to make sure, and then that's it. Once it's started, I always like to look around, make sure there's no leaks anywhere. Everything looks pretty good, still a little dirty. All right, so we let it run. Take the dipstick out. Clean it off. Put it in, thread it back down. Pull it out. As you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see this sheen or not, but it's right where it's supposed to be. We'll put it back in. Check it one more time, just to be sure. And we are right on the money. So there you go, simple and easy as that. Oil change on the 2020, probably the same for the 2021, I would assume. CFMoto Z950 Sport. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the new subscribers, the comments on the new videos. My profession is photography and videography, so my channel is a little random sometimes. I apologize for that. I really do enjoy doing the CFMoto stuff, so I will be doing plenty more of that. I think the next CFMoto video I'm going to do is just a basic overview, the options and accessories that I have on mine, and just what I think of it so far. So thank you guys for tuning in, and see you in the next video.